Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. You can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. So on Sunday, James Gunn confirmed that DC Universe would be a shared universe. Of course it is. That's why they changed it from the DC Extended Universe to DC Universe. And everything is going to fall under the same umbrella. Yes, including the Joker franchise by Todd Phillips and Matt Reeves, the Batman universe as well. How they fall under this umbrella, I don't have a clue. But it's clear everything falls under the same umbrella. Now, a fan asked James Gunn on the internet earlier this week, about the Batman and Joker universes being part of the WB Pictures umbrella and under the supervision of Mike DeLuca and Pam Adby. And James Gunn basically corrected this person and said, no, it's all under DC Universe, and me and Peter produce everything under that umbrella. Quite right too. You can't have something that's DC separate. You're either part of the studios or you're not. You're either going to have a DC studios or not. So James Gunn said that they are going to make films, TV and animation and computer games with having a shared story. Now this has never been done before. It's interesting because it's a clever kind of ploy, if you like, because what you do is you say, well, this game is part of the DC Universe plan. But the thing is, does that mean I miss something if I don't play the game? Obviously not. But it's obviously going to... Basically, the games will be surrounded in the story they've been telling in the movies, television, and animation. A really, really good idea. Well, all of this is a good idea, of course, if it actually works. If it doesn't work, you've got project after project and you're losing money and you're all going to have to emigrate to Brazil or South America or something, somewhere with no extradition treaty, because they're going to be in a lot of trouble. And that's the issue with a shared universe. You have to get it right. Now, David Zaslav made it absolutely clear from the first day he turned up at Warner Brothers Discovery that he wanted to copy and paste the Marvel Studios plan. 50% of me was going, yay! I've always wanted a DC shared universe. We've never really had a successful one. Snyder tried to do that, but he wasn't able to finish it. But we've never really had it. Certainly not successfully. DC are famous for individual great movies. Superman the movie, Batman 89, Joker the Batman, The Dark Knight. Individual movies that are iconic. With the death of, and I forgot his surname already, which is absolutely ridiculous, Kevin Conroy, yeah. With the death of Kevin Conroy, yesterday reminded me of DC's legacy being beyond box office and Rotten Tomatoes scores. We've got so much to be proud of at DC. But what David Zaslav wants to do is embrace the box office, embrace the Rotten Tomatoes scores. Because he has to. Because he's in business. This is a company that's underachieved and lost money after money on project after project in the past 10, 15, maybe even 20 years. Warner Brothers is a non-viable company at the moment. He's trying to make it viable by making good business decisions. Now, entertainment, movies, Hollywood is more of a business now than it's ever been. When I was growing up, I watched films that today kind of are applauded and lauded as great movies, but they weren't made to make money. The Color of Money wasn't made to make money. Dead Ringers by David Cronenberg wasn't made to make money. The same with The Fly. The Fly probably made a little bit more money than Dead Ringers did, but those films weren't made to make money. Those films were artiste movies. And then you had the Arnie movies and the Sly movies that made big money. Rocky IV made huge money. It's not much of a film. I love it, but it's not much of a film. It's 89 minutes. It basically is kind of joining the dots together, and that's it. It's going through the motions, but it's a great little emotional movie, and we all love it today. So there was a variety in Hollywood. There's no variety in Hollywood today. It's business, 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 and business. That's it. Unfortunately, the business has been hit because we live in the environment where everything is political and everything is about identity politics. Ask them to kind of make social commentary on starving, homeless children, then they're not interested. You know, if you kind of don't call a woman a she, her, you could be put in prison. You know, so this is where we are today. So that's clouded the Hollywood issue as well. So Hollywood is a business now. So David Zaslav's come in to make a successful DC IP. That's the focus. A successful Harry Potter IP. You know, a successful Godzilla and King Kong IP. It's all about IPs. But to make these IPs should be there to be enjoyed and be entertained. They shouldn't be used as, you know, weaponizations in political commentary. And with David Zaslav around, who certainly isn't a progressive, we won't be seeing that. Hopefully we'll be enjoying our movies and enjoying our DC movies. But when we look at this shared universe, how is it going to work? The next Superman movie will probably be the first film in the new DC universe. Who knows when we're going to see the DC universe launched? Could it be near the end of 2024? More like 2025. We'll wait and see about that. So when you see a standalone Superman movie, do you want to see Wonder Woman in it? Do you want to see Batman in it? Do you want to see Dick Grayson in it? Because if this is the first movie, there's two ways you can do this. You can literally be strict. Just Superman in a Superman movie. Maybe you can have Supergirl and those supporting characters. Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, Perry White, etc., etc., etc. Or you can literally do loads of world building in the first movie. We could see the Lanterns quickly. As I say, we could see Batman, Dick Grayson. They could really show us what this world is. We could see the Hall of Justice, a ready-built Justice League. We could see all of this in a Superman movie. And of course, this would be really, really cool because you see a ready-built world. This is exactly what they need. They can't be taking their time because Marvel have already done this successfully. This weekend, Wakanda Forever, a very average, you know, dull movies, making lots of money, got an A score in the cinema. This is where we are because the consumer loves the brand. It's as simple as that. So if you can get that kind of branding, then you don't really have to make much of an effort on your movies. And, you know, Feige and Marvel are in that position. But we don't want DC to make middling, boring, dull movies just because they can get away with it. We don't want that. So I don't mind a standalone Superman movie which focuses just on Superman. And in the same breath, I'm happy if they kind of, you know, build out their world in that movie. And we see the Hall of Justice, Watchtower, and things like that. As long as it's a great celebration of Superman and this new DC universe. Let me give you a great example of what Marvel do. Thor Ragnarok is lauded as a great movie. But Thor Ragnarok is literally a Hulk movie. You know, guest starring Thor. Because Thor isn't a very interesting character. When you get away from the hammer or whatever he's wielding right in his muscles, he ain't an interesting character. Now, they tried to make him more humorous and less serious, which I believe made his character worse. I preferred his character in the first two movies. That's just my personal opinion. But Thor Ragnarok is great, not for Thor, not for anything else, but the Hulk. For the first time, he's speaking sentences. He's being funny. He's fighting Thor. It's his effing movie. So, because Feige isn't allowed to make Hulk movies, but if he calls it something else and gives the Hulk great screen time, then they can use him for a lot. And it's not his movie officially, so Feige was very smart there. And that's probably the last time Hulk was done great, because Feige has betrayed Hulk since then. Maybe that was him saying to us, enjoy it while it lasts. I'm going to shit all over your character, boys and girls. And you certainly have, Mr. Feige. But that's an example of what the Marvel shared universe is. We don't want that. We want to see other characters in these movies. We want to see the world building. But we want to come out the cinema and say, wow, that was a great Superman movie. Excuse me. That was a great Superman movie. That was a great Wonder Woman movie. But wasn't it great we saw those other characters and we see the Hall of Justice and Wonder Woman interacting with this one and that one? That's all very, very good. But you always focus on the character that the film is titled after. And then you can do the other stuff, and that's fun. But what they must always do in this new DC universe is make 100% effort on the films while building the world out, while cameoing other characters. It's a difficult balance to strike, but if you strike it well, you could create something really, really special. This has been Movies TV Mad. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wife. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss this beautiful perfection. And I'll see you later on. Until we see each other again, goodbye, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.